With Activision Collection 2 for Evercade, we welcome back one of the most well-established names in all of gaming. Activision was the first third-party video game developer, and the titles from its early years are some stone-cold retro classics. In this collection, there's 15 more of them for you to enjoy, so let's take a quick look at everything on offer this time around. The fighting game genre is one that has undergone incredible amounts of evolution over the years. Try out one of the earliest examples of the genre with Activision's Boxing, a simple but highly competitive game in which landing punches scores you points. Battle the Activision Computer Boxer in single player mode, or take on a friend for a spot of virtual pugilism on Evercade VS, VSR or Alpha. One of the world's most famous board games comes to Evercade with Activision's Checkers. This adaptation of the classic strategy game features 3 levels of difficulty for its computerized opponent, or the ability to play against a friend. Easy to learn but hard to master, computerized checkers is a great way to pass the time in a way that engages your brain. In Cosmic Commuter, you're in charge of the Astrobus, an interplanetary form of public transport. On each of your shifts, you'll have to race to pick up the waiting commuters while blasting obstacles out of your way, all while keeping a careful eye on your fuel gauge. How long can you survive before getting fired, or worse? Dragster is an unusual take on the racing game that focuses on precisely timed gear shifts. Pop the clutch and shift through the gears at the right time to maximise your acceleration without blowing your engine. Compete solo against the clock, or take on a friend to see who's the quickest at burning up the quarter mile. H.E.R.O is one of Activision's best games from its early days, and a highly influential game in its own right. It's often cited as an important step towards more modern open structure exploration centric platformers, and its well paced difficulty curve will keep you coming back for one more go. Dive deep into a series of increasingly perilous mines, armed with your eye lasers, dynamite and homemade propeller pack. How many miners can you rescue? Moonsweeper is an innovative 3-dimensional shoot-'em-up that unfolds across 2 phases. Battle through space to reach hostile moons, then descend to the surface to rescue trapped miners. Plenty of zapping and dodging action awaits in one of the slickest games of its era. The 3 Little Pigs come to Evercade with Activision's Oink, an interactive adaptation of the classic tale. Take control of the pigs as they attempt to rebuild their house quicker than the wolf can destroy it. Battle against a computer-controlled wolf, or take on a friend in simultaneous 2-player action on Evercade VS, VSR and Alpha. Pitfall Harry returns to Evercade in Pitfall II Lost Caverns, one of the most ambitious and sprawling games of its era. Explore the lost caverns deep beneath Peru and search for treasure in this highly influential title that features one of gaming's first truly non-linear quests. Warm up your fire button finger because some frantic blasting action awaits in Plaque Attack. Taking control of a tube of toothpaste, it's your job to protect a mouthful of teeth from the decaying effects of junk food. Attacks come from the front and back, so be ready for anything in this energetic arcade style game. Head back to the River of No Return in River Raid 2 from Activision. This vertically scrolling shoot 'em up once again tasks you with destroying enemy bridges in a river valley, but this time you have control over your jet's altitude as well as speed. Destroy your targets, then return to the aircraft carrier to refuel and see how many sorties you can survive. Robot Tank is an early take on the first-person shooter, placing you in the cockpit of a futuristic vehicle and tasking you with blasting as many enemies as possible. Frantic blasting action combines with simulation-like features including variable weather conditions, a day-night cycle, and realistic damage to create a compelling, fun experience. Dive beneath the waves to rescue your treasure-hunting divers in Seaquest, another Activision classic for Evercade. Clear a path through dangerous marine life, pick up your divers, keep an eye on your oxygen levels, and beware your rivals waiting on the surface, ready to sabotage your rescue mission. In Activision's Skiing for Evercade, you'll take on the challenge of the mountain across a variety of slalom and downhill runs in an attempt to attain the best times. Beat the clock while avoiding obstacles in the downhill races, and show your accuracy and control in the slalom events. Multiple difficulty levels and randomised runs are available for endless winter sports fun. In Activision's Spider Fighter, you're in charge of protecting a fruit orchard from invasion by deadly insects. Take on master nests, green widows and stingers as you attempt to save your fruit from being stolen. Frantic arcade-style shoot-'em-up action awaits in this Activision classic for Evercade. In Stampede by Activision, you'll hit the trails as a cowboy in an attempt to herd as many cattle as possible. Lasso the cattle to add to your score, bump into the fleeing herds to give yourself a little more time to react, and watch out for the obstacles on the dusty trail. Activision Collection 2 is available for Evercade from April 2026. Find out more on the official website.